Hey everyone, welcome to Just Vibes with the Click podcast with your boy Peace J. And today we have another guest, and I'll let them introduce themselves.
Hi guys, my name is Shireen.
Okay. So if you could tell us what school you go to and also your one place in Africa that you would love to visit.
Okay, so I attend the University of Pretoria. I'm studying biological science in plant sciences, and Africa. I think I'd want to go to the Victoria Falls, I guess. I just feel like it's very serene. I love the whole, you know.
The waterfall type of thing.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right, then.
I like calm vibes, I guess.
Oh, calm, maybe, you know.
Maybe.
There's a kind of a big drop, you know, because personally, I'm not good with heights, so yeah.
Oh no, same. But what's life without risks and going out of your comfort zone? I guess.
I guess so. Yeah.
Mm.
For me, I would pick. Oh, I think I would pick Egypt. Hey,
Really?
I would pick Egypt.
There are quite a few places that are very attractive to be at.
Exactly.
I see.
You see, because in Egypt, because the thing is, I've watched a few videos where people have gone to Egypt and they didn't even have to travel far to see the pyramids. They were literally across the road, not that far,
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I feel like I would really want to go visit the pyramids. That'd be nice.
But I feel like South Africa alone has a lot of tourist attracting sites to be at. So I think I'd want to start in South Africa and then expand my way out.
Hey, personally, I want to have my passport colorful, man. I want to get those different color stamps, just to get on there. Yeah, man. So guys, today we're doing a part 2 of Inside Varsity, the series I spoke about, I think 3 weeks ago, whatever. So yeah, today we're at the University of Pretoria, right? So we have Shireen here, who is a second year student, right?
Yes, correct.
Yeah, second year student at the University of Pretoria. And just like the other one, we just want to inform people of of what actually goes down in the University of Pretoria, how it is, and just to get some more information about it, things that they don't tell us in the brochure, Yeah. So my first question is, how was the transition, right? Okay, yeah, how was the transition from coming from a Muslim school to varsity? Was there a big change? Was there something that you needed to adjust, or did you feel like it was just smooth sailing, there wasn't really any big changes that you had to make?
Definitely was not smooth at all. Oh my lord, it was very drastic actually, because when you come from a place where you all have the same religion, and then you're in varsity and everybody comes from very different backgrounds, and some people don't even know a lot about your religion. And well, I'm very grateful that the people I met weren't ignorant, in the sense where they were always willing to learn more and were always very open-hearted to accept that what, there's difference in religion and beliefs also. But for instance with Ramadan and fasting, when you come from a Muslim school, everyone is fasting together, so we're all not eating together, you get me? But now in university, it's all right, it's lunch now, it's my break obviously, and now usually you'd like go grab a coffee or something, but now it's I actually have to do the work. I procrastinate.
Mm.
Yeah.
Oh man. So, like the friends that you like you made in first year, do you
Mm-hmm.
did they make it easy for you to adjust into varsity life?
A lot, actually. They were very nice people, and oh Lord, I could go on about them. They were very accommodating also, because
Mm.
whenever we'd go out or whatever, they'd always make sure they choose like halal restaurants, or whatever we eat should be halal. Now,
Mm.
aside from the religion part, also with regards to like schoolwork, it's always easier if there's a group of you doing things together, and it's not always school, and work. It's also like the fun times we have outside of the books, you know?
Mm. Oh, that's sweet, man. That's sweet. So what you're trying to say is like UP is full of kind people.
The people I met are kind. I haven't met. Let me not speak on behalf of the entire University of Pretoria, but a bulk of them are very good people, extremely, and everyone is just very like welcoming. Like it's crazy. I think there was one thing that really shocked me though, was how nice people are. Genuinely, like people will hold doors for you. People will.
Oh, okay.
I swear, I promise you, like if you're walking to a specific door and there's like regardless of gender, be it a male, be it a female, whoever it is, they will hold the door for you, make sure like you're good. Even like late nights when we write semester tests, we walk together in groups, and they make sure that every single person who walks like the first time is present the second time. So they'll be like, oh no, there's this person missing, there's that person missing. So
Mm.
it's wholesome. It's very wholesome.
Well, that's good. You know, that's good to hear. You know, because like recently I just saw on the news about students being robbed at gunpoint, you know, in KZN. You know, and it was literally what you're describing as, you know, a student walking by themselves late at night, you know.
Yeah.
And now laptop, phone, textbooks gone, you know. So, you know, it's really nice, you know, to hear that, you know, the people at UP are actually kind, you know, and I'm sure there's someone from UP listening and be like, no, they are not kind. But, but yeah.
I
So,
actually have a friend who
yeah.
carries pepper spray with her.
Sorry?
I have a friend who carries pepper spray. Like whenever we have late night semester tests, she walks around with pepper spray.
That's good. That's good. Safety first, man. Safety first. My sister did the same thing when she had like classes from like I think from 6 until 8.
Yeah.
Like at night. You know?
Yeah.
And you know, and she would have pepper spray too. Safety first, man. It's dangerous out there.
It really is. It really is.
So when it comes to like studies, right? Studies and your religion, does the institution like give you somewhat of a leeway when it comes to your religion? Like, I don't know if you have like times when you are not allowed to work or do schoolwork because of your religion. Like, does the institution take that into consideration?
I wouldn't say specifically to my religion. I think the university just doesn't have, they're not very specific with religion. I mean, they're very accommodating in terms of rescheduling semester tests for you at a later time. You either write it earlier or you'd write it later, or just on the same day or a different day. It would just depend. But that would usually require like a student body to take down the names of all the students who can't specifically make it or specifically write because of religious reasons. But it's not only like with Muslims, like especially with Jewish holidays also, they reschedule. So I think they accommodate every religion and not specifically like, or just Muslims. Or they do have a prayer room for Muslims, which was actually a very beautiful thing that I noticed. They have a prayer room with the Qurans, and it's very nice.
That's
It's very
dope.
nice.
That's dope. Okay, so for students who are this is still the beginning of the year. I know it's April, but it's still the beginning of the year. Do explain where they can find it, you know, like on your campus.
No, I knew about it because I knew someone who was doing the fourth year last year, and she was actually kind of like a mentor to me, because a lot of the things I didn't know, I'd just like text her and be like, okay, so what must happen now? And she'd be like, oh no, chill, like calm down, I got you.
Okay, that's good. So you just mentioned this thing about having a mentor. Is it someone that you look for, or are you given a mentor at the beginning of your studies?
The university does offer mentor programs for you to join if you are really struggling with the transition from high school to university. But personally, I didn't seek one because I didn't know about it, firstly. And how I know her is we were in the same high school together, and she just happened to be older than me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. You see, I feel like from what you're saying, like the university has really gone out of their way to take care of their students.
A lot. They do. But also, they do try their best, I assume, to make sure that you're very independent. Because I think the biggest lesson I learned is how to be independent in university. Like nobody is going to run after you. Genuinely, nobody is going to make sure you've submitted what you have to submit. You just have to make sure that you do what you have to do, because at the end of the day, you know why you're here.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah. So my next question is like when you came to the university,
Right.
Did you feel like did you feel like you had enough help from like the people who, like the student advisors, or maybe people from student services? Like, did they help you with that transition of getting into varsity, or was it a thing of, we invite you here, here's the list of your textbooks, here's where this building is, here's the res, and that's it?
Like I said, I really wasn't aware of all of these things. I didn't know that you get student advisors. I didn't know that you have faculty advisors as well. I didn't know about all of this. I found out like in between the semester, when the semester had already started and you were already down bad. So I would say like I figured things out on my own, but I did have help from a lot of my friends also. My roommates, a lot of people came in handy.
Okay. And speaking of roommates, do you stay on campus?
No, I stay at a res off campus.
Oh, okay. Okay, but I'm sure you have friends who stay on campus, right?
Yes, I do.
Yeah. And how's like the atmosphere at the res on campus? Is it like a party from Thursday, or is it actually people actually doing sensible stuff, students being proper students?
When we talk about life outside of the books, most of them would say it's very easy. Living on campus is probably the easiest decision you could make, because your meals are cooked for you, everything. It's just, and like you 5 minutes away from every single class, because you could literally wake up, at 25 past and make your class at half past. You don't have to like worry about, oh my goodness, I still have to walk the distance from my res onto campus, and
Yeah.
and they say it depends on your friends. Actually, that's what they always tell me, that if you have friends who like partying, then it will be okay, books close on Thursday. But if you have focused friends, then they'll actually motivate you that, you know what, let us do our work so that the weekend will be used for our party and us going out and all of that.
And those are some wise words.
You're the party friend.
Sorry?
The party friends were your
Yeah.
friends.
No.
Really?
Yeah, just on the party friends, because like it really is important to have friends who have the same vision as you. Because now because thing is, there's some people who will start partying on Thursday. They know they have a test on Monday, but they'll still pass the test on Monday. Like you need to understand, you guys are not the same.
People are like that a lot, actually. You'll be like, oh my goodness, we have like 7 assignments due, and they'll be like, oh, let's just go out for lunch. But they know that all those 7 assignments are submitted by their side.
Exactly. Exactly that. So just to get deeper into this, what's the wildest thing you've seen, or like you've seen or heard that's happened on campus since you've arrived?
I've heard of things that happened before I got there, not necessarily while I was there. Because when we started, I initially started online because I was still part of the COVID classes.
Yeah.
And then only my second semester was fully on campus. So nothing really wild has ever happened. Well, I think like cool things happen on campus. Like people won't go to class because you'll just collect by the student center and you'll just have like a blast for like an hour, and then everybody will just scatter. But aside from that, nothing really.
So you haven't experienced like a protest? Maybe like an uproar of some sorts,
not really, hey. Like I think there was like a mini protest last year, but it didn't escalate that much. Actually, it was just it didn't escalate. It literally was for an hour, a protest for like that lasted an hour, and then everybody went back to class.
Y'all guys do it differently, man. Y'all guys do it because I remember back when I was in college, and I would like walk down the street, and then I would turn right heading to campus, because the campus was the whole block. It was like a really big block. So I would like just walk down, and then I would see everyone standing outside, and I'm like, Hector, what's happening today? And then I would just go there. I would find someone who I know and I ask them like, what's happening? Oh no, the SRC is striking because of so. I'm like, okay, cool. And I knew then there'll be no classes. There'll be no classes.
No, nothing wild happens this side. Everybody's just, and I don't think people have the energy, honestly. It causes Charles too much.
And do you know anything about like the dropout rate? Like, are the people in your class, I would say, are they like this? Is it the same amount as you were when you came back from COVID?
I wouldn't necessarily know that, because last year, my degree, right? It's very general in your first year. So you're with medical students, you're with vet students, you're with general biological science students, you're with everyone.
Yeah.
And then after your first year, that's when they start to separate you into your designated degrees. And then that's when you see all the med students, you no longer see them because they're on a different campus, and all the vet students are located to a different campus also. And you just you see familiar faces that you saw in your first year, but not really every single person. So you'd never be able to tell whether they actually dropped out or they just moved to a different campus.
Okay. So so you're saying like this year you were put into your like specific degree programs, right?
I think they did genuinely like specify you into what you were actually doing, because last year I had modules that weren't necessarily aligned with my degree, but because I was doing a BSc, I had to do those modules.
Okay, cool. When it comes to the lectures, like, are they like how are their styles of teaching? Like, I'm sure you have more than like 3 or 4 lectures, but like, what's the general style of teaching at UP? Is it like is it like the whole person walks in, reads slides, and then walks out? Or is it a person where they want the class to be interactive, where he's asking questions, getting people to explain, having a full-on conversation with the students, or or is it more like a person is like, not a person, but like, is the lecturer hands-on, right? Like they come to class like fully prepared with like maybe experiments or even like physical examples, How are the different styles of teaching are there?
Okay, so being a second year gives me like the advantage of comparing last year lectures to this year lectures. So last year lectures, I would say I'd get really angry. I remember my friends and I would sit and complain for like hours, like, these people just read slides. Like, why do they just read slides? And then when we got to second year, a lecturer of ours actually sat us down and said, you guys need to understand that if you read your study guide really carefully, it shows the approach that we follow at the University of Pretoria, which is, you as a student, you're supposed to prepare the material beforehand, and then when you come, we're just consolidating it, meaning I'm just adding more information to what I would potentially ask you in the exam. And that's when it made sense that, oh, that's why they're not regurgitating the lecture slides, they just enhancing it, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I get you.
So that made sense, and it actually worked, because for this one module, he genuinely emphasizes that you have to prepare before you come to class, and if you don't prepare, you're going to struggle in my class. And I tried it for like the first week. I would prepare before his class, and when I wrote the first semester test, it was genuinely everything he would add on in class. And you wouldn't have understood that if you didn't prepare for the class.
I don't know who said it. But this one lecturer was like, if you listen to me, just listen to me. Like, all I'm asking you is to just listen. Stop what you're doing. Don't write. Don't take notes. Don't do anything. Just listen to me. I can give you a 60.
Right. Wow. Okay.
And the rest, if you want to get a distinction, go study. But if you can just listen to me, I can get you a 60. And the thing is, I've always like took that, to heart, where when I'm just listening to like a lecture, I just listen to the person because they know what they're saying. Sometimes it's hard to concentrate, but then, you really need to make sure that you do concentrate and be like, okay, let me listen to what this person has to say, because I really do want to pass this module. Well, not that I want to, I have to.
You have to.
Yeah, it's not a choice. It's not a choice. Oh, man.
Okay. How was your experience, like your first year of university?
Dude, it was okay. It was okay. I'm still online. Thing is, we never went back, so yeah, it wasn't a big like change. I feel like the only change that I had to adjust is literally making time in my day for my studies. Oh, like I have an assignment that's due tomorrow,
Right.
I have an assignment that's due tomorrow, and I'm not finished with it, but I know I'll get it done.
Do you work well under pressure?
Yes, I prefer it. But not
makes
like,
sense.
but not like it's not like I've started with it today. Like I started with this about a week ago.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I'm more of give me a week before the deadline, then I can do the things that need to be done. But like 3 days before the deadline, I can't. I'm not that equipped. No. Nah. But like
no, I under pressure, no.
So when you have an assignment that's due, like how's the time frame?
They usually give you a week in advance, always. So it's if you have an assignment due tomorrow, it's because they gave it to you last week on the Tuesday or whichever day it's due. But some assignments aren't really like that. They open like on a Monday and due on a Thursday, because I do have some modules. So it's very subjective to the module that you're focusing on. So with modules that you barely go to, if meaning that I only have like 2 classes, that's when they give you like a very big time frame between the assignments. But if it's modules where you attend like 3 times a week or 4 times a week, then those modules, they give you like 3 days per assignment, because you're constantly in class. So the more you attend class, the more content you're covering, hence more assignments need to be submitted.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I feel like I'll have a big what is this? I'll have to have a big adjustment, when I move varsities at the end of the year, because this is my third year. So when I go to honors, I'm hoping to be local, so I feel like that'll be a big adjustment, because I'm literally used to them giving me the work, them telling me I must read by myself, and having to do everything by myself, and only going to the student portal just to submit my assignments. That's it. So I feel like the constant going to class, it will be hectic.
It's the 7:30 classes that used to get me, hey?
Sorry?
It's the 7:30 classes that used to get me.
Like in the morning?
Yeah, 7:30 in the morning on a Monday. Wow.
Nah, man.
For real, my classes, I have 7:30 classes on Mondays and Fridays. So, and I'm on campus the whole day. If my day starts at 7:30, that would mean that I'm on campus the entire day.
And when is your last class?
5:30.
And how long are the classes?
An hour.
How many classes do you have a day?
Very subjective to the day. So if it's I know my Mondays are very nice because I have a very long break between my classes, but on average I would say 3-4 classes a day.
No, that's hectic. That's hectic. Like, I understand they want to give you that space in between the break and all that stuff. Personally, I'm about give me everything now. It's like, so everything is still fresh, and then let me go. Let me continue with what I need to do. Because
like the type. You like how their teaching style is.
Exactly. Like I want everything done like now. Like this thing of I have a 7, like maybe I have a class at 9. Okay, let's say I have a class from 8 until 10, and then I have another one from 2 until 3, and I'm done for the day. Like, no. That the thing is, I feel like after 12, that's when your body starts switching off, man. Your body starts switching off.
I feel like I used to tell myself that until I had classes like after 12, I had to tell myself that, you have to attend at the end of the day. So just get it over and done with.
I remember
Because
back
I mean, I complained about my 5:30 class. No lecture is gonna be like, okay, this one student who just can't make it, and let us accommodate her. Like nobody does that. So you just kind of have to, do what you have to do.
I remember in college we used to like if we had a class like maybe at 3, like it starts at 3, I remember walking into the classroom and then just telling the teacher like, yo, it's a sunny, hot day. It's been a long day.
Oh, you're lying.
And then like, I'll be like, to be fair, we're tired, you're tired. And then she'll be like, peace, just sit down. And I'm like, okay, sure. I go sit down. Then she starts teaching for like 5 minutes. And then she stops. And she's like, let's continue tomorrow. And I'm like, yes.
Oh my God. Don't lie.
Live.
For real.
Live. It'd be like
I mean, peace for president, please.
Oh man. So I feel like, okay, so tell me, okay, actually not tell me, but just tell the people listening, what advice would you give to someone who's thinking of doing their studies or furthering their studies at UP?
You can, I mean, it's a learning curve for everyone. So it's a very nice environment, I would say. It's a very nice environment to be in. Very versatile people are here. And everyone's trying their best, I guess. So that's why, like, people, how do I put this? People don't necessarily care about the things you think they care about. And why I say this is because a lot of people will be like, oh, I'm gonna struggle making friends because it's a different environment. Nobody really cares about your background. So everyone's just gonna, like
mind their own business.
Mind their own business, exactly. And people are very helpful. Don't be afraid to ask for help. Pretoria it's a very beautiful place. I personally would say that. And I mean, yeah, you can fly at UP, I guess.
Oh, that's good, man. That's good. Guys, so you've heard it from Shireen. If you want to do some post-grad stuff or if you want to start studying at UP, go right ahead. The people are kind. They open doors for you. Literally. Literally open doors for you.
Yeah.
So, Shireen, thank you so much for taking the time to be on this podcast. And
thank you for having me. Thank you for having me.
I know you're like a loyal listener, and I'll be listening to the podcast. So yeah, thank you so much, man. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Bye.
So guys, it's been your boy Peace J. This has been Just Vibes with the Click podcast. And remember, we have a YouTube channel now. So do those things that people say on YouTube channels. Just do them, and just just like if you have some feedback, please leave them in the comment section, and if you're listening on Spotify, just send me a message, and then you can give me your feedback like that. So cheers guys, thank you.